So there's been a big development on the war front, 20 days of this escalation that seems to be growing with every passing day. Qatar Energy has now confirmed that Ras Laffan industrial area that has been targeted in a missile attack with the Iranian ballistic missiles that have caused extensive damage to the key energy hub. Emergency response teams that have been immediately deployed to contain multiple fires that have been triggered by the strikes, and authorities say that all personnel have been accounted for so far and no casualties have been reported. Qatar Energy has added that it is closely monitoring the situation and will continue to provide updates as the information becomes available. And the Interior Ministry has now confirmed a fire at the Ras Laffan industrial area following what it described as Iranian targeting. Now, this is being confirmed on part of Qatar. The civil defense teams that were immediately deployed and have been working to contain the blaze, and the authorities have now clarified that there have been no casualties reported, even as emergency operations that still continue on the site. So now Qatar has taken a strong diplomatic step against Iran, declaring that the military and the security attaches at the Iranian embassy persona non grata, as the Qatar Foreign Ministry has also extended the order to the staff working in the attache's office, effectively asking them to leave the country. And this move comes amid escalating tensions in the Gulf. Let's get in a word with Srinjoy on this. Srinjoy, well, there has been a lot of back and forth as far as when it comes to the Gulf nations are now concerned. Qatar Energy, however, has now confirmed, and this was a direct warning that had come from Iran. Refineries, energy hub, infrastructure is going to be attacked next.
Yes. All countries that have American bases and are in the area are being targeted. And it's a very clear message from the Iranian side. Iran has said that countries like Qatar, countries of Bahrain, UAE, Kuwait, they have American bases. And therefore, they are helping the enemy. They are in cahoots with the enemy. So they are legitimate targets as well. That is the Iranian position. Now, the Iranian position, therefore, suggests that these countries can also be targeted. So it was Qatar last night, and Qatar has reported extensive damage, though no casualties, thankfully. So Qatar, unfortunately, is a country that has been attacked by Iran and Israel in the past. But this attack, though there has been substantial damage, according to Qatari authorities, there have been no casualties. Qatar is one country that has tried to get people together, tried to bring peace by allowing their country to be a place for peace talks.
Yes.
Now, there have been several cases in the past, and perhaps the Qataris could have helped in this one. But since this missile attack has happened, and there have been previous attacks as well, it's a very clear sign that this war will continue and continue for a longish period.
Absolutely. There has been still no signs of any de-escalation coming in so far. And Iran's Revolutionary Guard had threatened to attack energy facilities in Qatar, in Saudi Arabia and the UAE after Israel bombed a natural gas processing facility in Iran. Now it seems that Qatar has taken a strong diplomatic step against Iran, declaring the military and the security attaches in the Iranian embassy to be persona non grata, as the Qatar Foreign Ministry has also extended the order to the staff working at the attache's office and effectively asking them to leave the country. And this move comes amid escalating tensions in the Gulf following recent attacks that have marked a significant deterioration in ties between Doha and also Tehran. Well, Srinjoy, this development that is now coming in, where the Foreign Ministry of Qatar has denounced the attack to be a dangerous escalation and a flagrant violation of the state's sovereignty and a direct threat to the national security.
Yes, naturally, if you're going to attack a country's infrastructure and the country hasn't done anything, then naturally that country is going to be upset. And the Qataris are very upset because they see no reason why Iran should target them. And Qatar is a country that provides gas, natural gas, lots of it to India. So this could well affect its export issues as well. So we don't know how much damage there is and what it will lead to. But the Qataris are insistent that all Iranian diplomats in Doha are now persona non grata.
Right. But when it comes to the continuation of the hostile approach of Iran, here is concerned because Gulf nations are now under the radar. But there are also reports coming in, Shinjoy, that say that the same Gulf nations actually wants the US to hammer Iran. And as far as when it comes to the war is now concerned, doesn't show any sign of de-escalation. But that has been the response that has now been sought from the Gulf nations to the, Washington, to especially American forces to intervene even further.
Yes, there's not much more the Americans can do. The only thing left is really boots on the ground. But apart from that, the Gulf nations are also very apprehensive because here were these countries, 4 or 5 countries that were doing very well. And suddenly, almost unexpectedly, they are coming under severe attack. And if you think of Qatar, if you think of, let's say, the UAE or Kuwait or Bahrain, they were not expecting this to the extent that what has happened. At best, they would have thought that the bases, the US bases in their country would be targeted, and one or two missiles or drones would veer off course and hit something in their country at best.
The Iran retaliation on the Gulf nations is something that even President Trump has expressed his shock and surprise, saying that nobody expected Iran to do that. But let's take a look exactly what the UAE has also now been doing, because there has been a diplomatic fallout that